How many of you guys remember Paper Mario? How many of you guys grew up playing Paper Mario? Because I sure as heck didn't. I didn't start playing this game until like 2009 when I found out about it. I totally missed out on this game. I thought it was, a Paper Mario, a 2D world that was based in a 3D platforming system, okay? We went from Super Nintendo, which was a 2D platform kind of style of a game, to Nintendo 64, which was a 3D platform style of, a console. And for that reason, I didn't really get into this game, and I missed out, and I didn't find this game until 2009. And when I did, oh my god, this was one of the best Mario games of all time, and I totally missed out on it. I'm so glad I actually went back and I played it, and I totally beat it, and it's one of my favorite Mario games of all time. The story in this game is one of the best stories in any Mario game, period. It's a really good storyline in this game. I mean, Mario games didn't really have good storylines, and this one did. Really good storyline, and it was actually funny, made you laugh. There was a lot of comedy involved. Turn-based battles. So this is an RPG game with turn-based battles. So a lot of people don't like turn-based battles, but they add a lot of strategy to the game. And there's not, terribly too much good, or there's not terribly too much turn-based battle games out there, and the ones that are out there are actually really good. And this one, is no exception. So you're basically, a 2D sprite in a 3D world. And, it really suits the storyline and comedy that goes with it. And because of that, it makes this game great. So the reasons why I actually hated it and never played it were actually the reasons of why this game was actually so damn good. Was because you were this 2D sprite in this 3D world. And I think, the developers were trying to say something to the audience and to the players. I think they were trying to communicate to us that, Mario moved from 2D platform to a 3D world, but he's still stuck in this, sort of platform in between the two, and he's, a 2D sprite still, but he's in this 3D world, and they're trying to point that out to you within this storyline, which is so great. The turn-based battles alone was awesome. I really enjoyed the turn-based battle system and the party system and all the members, all the different party characters that you get along the way that help you out. All the puzzles that are involved with it, because it is mainly first an RPG game. A lot of puzzles and stuff going on. And then of course you got the epic turn-based battles that you can't forget, and the boss fights that are awesome, and the storyline that just goes along with it. So this game has, so much going for it that even by today's standards, it really lives up to today's standards, and it's really one of the best games for the Nintendo 64 system. Definitely one of the best Mario games as well. I mean, you could say, some of these older Mario games are good, but this one, we were forced to play those older Mario games. That's all we really had. Where this one takes Mario to a whole new, different level. It's to this day, it's still good to play. All these old school turn-based games are actually really good to still play, and they still live up to today's standards. But this one's especially, even the graphics have held up well, because it is like sprite-based, and sprite-based video games, they tend to hold up better than, older 3D models do compared to today's standards. So visually it holds up well as well. So awesome game, and I'm glad I found this game, guys. And if you guys, grew up playing this, geez, I can't believe I missed out on this. I'm glad I ended up playing it. Please leave a like, guys, if you watched this video so far, and I know you enjoyed this video game. Leave a like, it'll help my channel grow, and if you can, subscribe and check out my other discussions on other retro games.